See how we turn this empty lot into a modern French Château inspired yard that our clients absolutely love. So our clients really came to us with a blank slate. They just knew that they wanted something really special, but weren't really sure how to achieve it. So now let me show you how we created a vacation-worthy yard that makes you feel like you're in the south of France instead of Southern California. So take a look at where we started off. It was an absolute blank slate, and we really wanted to transform the space. So as you can see, it's starting to take shape, and I can't wait to show you this amazing design. But before we go to the backyard, let's check out this amazing front yard space. Good design is always reacting to what is around it. So as you can see, this is such a unique and beautiful facade of the home, truly French inspired, and we didn't want to compete with that. So instead of creating so many bells and whistles that would actually detract from this gorgeous exterior, we just wanted to create something that had a subtle but beautiful complement. So we really want to do that with some French inspired plantings, and a lot of French gardening is using layers. So as you can see, we start with a layer of boxwoods, then behind it we have a planter layer with a round shape, and then behind it another floral layer. But the whole point of these planters is to draw your eye to these gorgeous French doors. There's 4 of them, and we really wanted to draw your eye upward to the gorgeous architecture and not detract from it in any way. Good design is all in the details on how everything works together. So we specifically chose this very small scale tile to mimic in a subtle way the cobblestone streets of France. So one thing we're always trying to achieve in our designs is a good focal point. And this design absolutely nails that. So as you can see, as I open the door, your eye is pulled forward, and look right behind me. It almost looks like an oil painting come to life. And there's actually a lot of square footage in between the front door and the back, but instantly your eye is just drawn to that beautiful fireplace. And as you can see, even the interior has that modern French Chateau look. And so we absolutely wanted the interior and the exterior to be as seamless as possible. So now let's come check out the backyard. All right, so here we are in this beautiful space, and the first thing I want to talk about is scale and proportion. Now, this yard does not have an overabundance of space, but we actually played with proportion. What do I mean by that? Well, as you can see, the pool behind me is actually a small, medium-sized pool, but the spa is an extra large. It's 9 by 12. That is basically as big as you can go. So my point in saying this is that there are no standard proportions. It's all custom to the yard and to the client's desires. This was the perfect size pool for the client and what she needed, but she wanted the spa to be oversized, and it all works together. And another design principle that this yard shows so well is the power of juxtaposition. So as you can see behind me, there's this beautiful, truly traditional French-inspired fireplace. It actually feels so good standing in front of it. And then it's contrasted with the more modern texture of the mosaic in the spa. And these two elements play together to create what we call modern French Chateau. If we had just this type of space, it would lean very traditional. If we had this, it could go too modern, but putting them together creates that perfect balance. On this side of the yard, as you can see, it's pretty narrow, but we really love to use what I call the scraps of the yard. What are the areas that don't have too much square footage, but we don't want it to be wasted? This is a perfect way to make use of what otherwise would have been just wasted space. So as you can see, if we had pushed these totally parallel, they wouldn't have fit. But by offsetting them, this actually becomes a useful and enjoyable space. So I know we love our unique water features, and I have to say, this is the first of its kind that I've seen. And what I love is something as simple as having a more traditional French-inspired light feature on top of a copper sconce, contrasted with the beautiful blue shade of the water, truly creates something unique. And sometimes it's really about, once again, putting unexpected elements together. Another thing that this water feature wall really does well is it ties in, once again, with that fireplace, really unifying the entire yard. And another detail that really elevates the space is the use of these faux green panels. And there's a lot of green hedging around me, and actually, once again, really helps create that French feeling. So if we had used a green actual hedge, we would have had the problem of constant leaves in the water. We would have the problem of maybe there being patchiness if they weren't growing well. But this is a perfect solution. And remember, good design is always about finding the perfect solution for your unique space. So it's also very important that we had a sports court in this space. And as you can see, this yard, although it's not overly large, is able to accommodate a very nice sized basketball court as well as the pool. And one way that we made sure that it all tied together and wasn't jarring is making sure that the blue of the basketball court is a similar tone as the pool, so it actually feels interconnected. All right, now walk over with me to go see the outdoor hidden kitchen. So given the scale of this yard, this side yard is actually pretty wide. And obviously because it is a bit hidden from the rest of the yard, there wouldn't be any reason to create any kind of seating feature. So we decided this was the best place for the outdoor kitchen. As you can see, it's very generously scaled and it has plenty of features. So we have our pizza oven, fridge, sink, and grill, and it's perfect for hosting because all the food can be placed here buffet style and people can come get their food and then bring it back into the main yard. And also because it's tucked on the side yard, none of the guests are going to be bothered by the smoke or the smell of the food cooking. So now here we are in the social zones of the yard. As you can see, we have a very ample, generous sofa and dining area. And one thing I love is that everything is in a very soft, neutral palette. It's so inviting and welcoming. This is a perfect example of what we're always trying to highlight, is that it is so important to make the right furniture choices. And as you can see, this is a gorgeous couch, but not only that, it's comfortable. And that's something that is so important. You don't want to choose something that just looks good. You want it to be comfortable when you sit down. And what I love is that this couch is so large, so if some people are a little bit on the hotter side, they can stay away from the fire. And then anyone that's a little bit colder can be right in front of it. But this just sums up again that furniture is so important to the overall design. So now here we are in the dedicated outdoor dining space. And what I love, and this is actually so important in French design, is that we have the exact same fireplace on a different scale as the one that we saw originally. In French design, repetition is so important and it creates this feeling of unity. And to have the dining table right in front of the fireplace, right in front of these beautiful French doors, this is a true French-inspired outdoor dining experience. Your yard is an extension of your home and also your unique aesthetic and personality, and your design should reflect that. So our team is here to help you finally get the outdoor space you've always dreamed of. So make sure to click the link in the description box to book a free design consultation call to get started. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to watch this one next that YouTube is recommending just for you.